And now that we're 66% through my top 30 albums of 2024, I'm going to take this time to list some honourable mentions that just missed the cut of my top 30. I won't review them, I'll just name them and let you feel sad and angry before getting to my actual top 10 and possibly making you sadder and angrier with that. So in order, we have 2 Minute Minor with Self-Titled and Self-Reflection, Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties with In Lieu of Flowers, Arkan Asrafako with Dzika, Billie Eilish with Hit Me Hard and Soft, Black Tusk with The Way Forward, Kane Hill with A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find, Childish Gambino with Bandersnatch in the New World, Code Speaker with Scavenger, Common Words with All Night Blood, Dead Pony with Ignore This, Drug Church with Prude, Eat Defeat with My Money's on Me, English Teacher with This Could Be Texas, Echo Astronaut with Pink Balloons, Flight Milk with No Souvenirs, Graphic Nature with Who Are You When No One Is Watching, Grumpster with Grumpster, The Hope Conspiracy with Tools of Oppression Rolled by Deception, Human Impact with Gone Dark, Jasmine Bean with Dramatic Livelihood, Like Most of Lanes with The Cycle of Trying to Cope, The Linda Lindas with No Obligation, Los Campesinos with All Hell, The Mess with What a Life, Meth with Shame, Morning Dawn with The Foam of Despair, Public Opinion with Paint on Smile, Sidewinder with Talent, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre with Missionary, and Space with This Is All We Ever Get. That is a clean 30, one fucking take. So let's get to the top 10. Number 10. Harriet, Devoured by the Mouth of Hell. As I mentioned in my first 10 albums, there was a lot of great debuts according to others that, according to me, did an admirable job, but yeah, Harriet take my 2024 award for the best debut because holy shit, this might be one of the best additions to British metalcore in some time. Exploring the theme of one's personal hell is a tough ask, but going hell for leather across a 34-minute time frame backed by a fucking great mix and fantastic performances from the band is a lot bigger. And the band somehow pulled it off, so welcome to hell, Harriet. Please enjoy your stay. Number 9. Reconciler, Art for Our Sake. This was a very early number 1 pick for me in the year, and I would apologise, but also it was a February drop, and that month is usually the honeymoon period for most new music. I brought up a lot that we needed more positive energy in 2024, and these guys thankfully provided that with a genuinely nicely layered and energetic bit of punk rock. The production leaves nothing behind, the themes of why we do what we do and the fulfillment from it are greatly realised, and the instrumental performance work both work with some brilliant pacing for some just truly great punk music. Number 8. Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia, and here we are with what is the actual best rap album of 2024 by someone who makes his stuff on the reg, even though this is my first full Tyler the Creator album. Mixing in R&B and jazz elements makes for some great production choices, which is helped by the fact that Tyler is the sole producer on the album. I like the themes of life lessons that he learned from his mother Benita, who narrates for the album as well, and the writing is some top level stuff with great concepts that tie together really nicely by the end, and Tyler's performance is what really sealed the deal for me. Overall, just wonderful stuff all around. Number 7. Bob Vylan, Humble as the Sun. Okay, so Tyler dropped the best rap album of 2024, no doubt, but Bob Vylan dropped the best grime album of 2024, and you know that I don't do tie places up in these lists. Bob Vylan has had a fair amount of buzz surrounding them for a while now, and hopefully their third full album is what brings them more attention. And it's got a lot for different people too. Do you want top-notch political punk rap writing with charisma at the gate? Do you want fresh feeling beats with crunchy guitars? Do you want something to sit and groove to while agreeing that the world is kinda shit? Then play this album because I agree with you, and more importantly, so did Bob Vylan. Number 6. Darkest Hour, Perpetual/Terminal. I don't care what people say about this album's title, the cover has a slash thing in between the two words in the title, so I'm including it and you won't stop me from doing that. This is another one of those bands that's been around for a long time that I took ages to get into, and this was a catch-up as well, but holy damn does it prove why these guys are a great melodeath band. Strong themes, great writing and instrumental work, some fucking beautiful execution, and high-tier performances and mixing make this album exceptional. Honestly, it's just nice to have something that's really good at everything it does sometimes. Number 5. Low Lives, Freaking Out. I had such a weird journey discovering this band how I did, and it's not the most everyone, as I was just looking for what former Lost Prophets members were doing nowadays. Turns out their drummer Luke Johnson decided to help form this lovely grunge alt-rock effort a little bit ago, and they dropped their stunning first effort back in May. Don't get me wrong, Harriet's debut is still the best debut of the year, but Low Lives offering is just more fun to listen to for me, and it's also a debut, with really well written themes, organic production and pacing, and just great work rate. Also, those riffs are pretty fantastic, I like the guitar solos, and it's something that more mainstream grunge should be able to do correctly by now. Number 4. 156 Silence, People Watching. Knocked Loose proved that if a band is given enough time to grow, they can really capitalise on it well, but for my money, 156 Silence simply did a better job of it. Oh look! More comments. Genuinely though, in a very oversaturated metalcore genre, these guys have gone from potentially being lost in the shuffle to some of the best writers the genre's seen in quite some time. Easily the band's most creative release, it explores deeper and emotional themes with chaotic and punchy instrumentation, top vocal work from singer Jack Murray, some fantastic pacing choices, and expert mixing. I wish I could have given this a full review in the year though, holy shit, I'm so mad I wasn't able to. Number 3. Mannequin Pussy, I Got Heaven. So, kind of a weird fact about my top 3 albums of the year, all of them were just slightly over half an hour. I don't know what that says about me, but there was also plenty of long albums that ruled, so you know, balance. Anyway, yes, Mannequin Pussy, which is still a fantastic name, contributed to both my weird looking search history as well as being a great band that I hadn't checked out before. Being a great mix of indie noise and punk rock is a good choice, but the routes that the band take with the writing and themes are great, with their performances and John Congleton's production making all of the elements melt together for a proper lovely album. Number 2. Pissed Jeans, Half Divorced. More often than not, the choice between my top two albums is a very close one, and 2024 was no different. But I will say that this and my number one share the theme of human nature's reaction to the world. Pissed Jeans take things in a more satirical, realistic route with lyrics that look at reactions to the past few years and raise two big middle fingers to it. The sludgy, noisy style of hardcore punk is helped by strong riff work, authentic performances, a dense production layer, and some great pacing. But even then, as much as I like old man gripey punk, I felt like this album could get a bit too sour at times, and honestly, in a year like 2024, we needed a bit more of a sense of hope, a sense of goodwill, a sense of free thinking, of beautiful mindedness. Hell, just a general sense of eunoia. Number one, Envy, Eunoia. I needed an album like this to come in when it did. And usually my top 30 lists are personal preference, but when this one came out, I felt this odd sense of comfort that I hadn't felt for a while. Which is weird as it's a post-hardcore offering, and that isn't exactly typically the most tranquil genre, but I couldn't help but be drawn in by it. The instrumentation is stellar with layered guitar work, varied drums, great programming, and bass grooves to boot. The lyrical themes look at hopelessness and how hopeless the world can feel, and instead of raising fingers, instead chooses to offer a helping hand to someone who actually needs it. There isn't a single band member who isn't on point, with everyone bringing a lot of passion that feels real and earned, considering that the band's been on this planet for as long as I have. The production layers things and doesn't bog anything down, making things feel textured and fleshed out without sacrificing any of the post-rock or post-metal or metalcore elements. And the structure has some of the best flowing pacing I've heard all year, connecting from song to song, with each one standing out as its own track, doing it with a great style mix that feels innovative. It's creative, beautifully performed, wonderfully written, organically scoped, and executed to perfection in terms of riff work as well. And as I mentioned earlier, it did come out at a time when I needed to hear something like it, so hopefully that time will be for you anytime that you choose to hear it. For that reason, among the many others I went through, this is my favourite album of 2024. And that is it, the top 30 of yesteryear finally wrapped the hell up. I still need to album gather for today because there's some good shit coming out, and also I'll see you all tonight for Capture the Crown. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, I should probably actually get to work on editing this. Also, obviously, by the time you see it, it will be edited. But yeah, I'll see you all tonight. As always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye-bye.